So this is juicy. According to this news article, New York City Council considers almost a $100,000 pay raise for the incoming mayor, Mamdani. And they're also talking about a 16% increase in the council members' pay. Okay, so this is the City Council of New York City. So they're campaigning, Mamdani campaigning, he's the man of the people. He wants to socialize grocery stores, and he's talking about all this platitudes about how he wants price controls for rent, that housing is unaffordable, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then he's talking about giving himself a huge pay raise. Now, mind you, this is from the taxes in New York City. So the people of New York City are paying for his pay raise. By the way, to go from $258,000 to $350,000. Now, what the heck does he do to earn that kind of pay raise? Okay, that's more money than a lot of CEOs from Fortune 500 companies make. Yeah, there are some that make millions of dollars, but a lot of Fortune 500 and Fortune 1000 company CEOs actually only make in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. Of course, now granted, they do make a lot of benefits. They have stock options and stuff like that, which are worth a lot of money too, which, when you total the net worth, yes, it could be over $1 million, but I mean, just put that into perspective. How many people do you know make $350,000 a year? Yeah, you might know a handful of them, but there's not very many. Now, what does this guy do in government to make that kind of money? Yes, he makes decisions. Yes, he's responsible for that. But do you really think he works more than, say, 60 hours a week? Maybe in a crisis, he might have to. I mean, otherwise his poll numbers will show it. But, is this guy really a man of the people? When politicians want to increase their pay by double digits in terms of percentage wise, you're talking about a 16% increase. The council members make currently $148,000 a year, and they're talking about they want to raise it to $172,000 a year. For what? Rather, they make decisions that they're being advised to make anyway. What do these people do? They meet so many times, a quarter. They don't meet every day. In fact, here in our county, you have council members that meet, I believe, once a week on average. I think maybe sometimes twice a week, but usually about once a week on average. New York City, I don't know. Maybe they meet more often than that. Maybe there's a lot more going on in New York City than, say, a county in Florida. But is it a job that deserves to be paid six figures? Probably not. So is this really a man of the people? He's talking about all these things about socializing grocery stores, price controls. And by the way, that'll destroy the markets. That'll destroy the real estate market in New York City. He's talking about, he can't do any of this without raising taxes. Like I said, you're going to pay for all this, the people of New York City. Did these people really think about this before they voted him in? When you vote for these kind of policies, where do you think the money comes from? Do you think it's free? Nothing is free. Everything costs something. But the fact that these people are talking about giving themselves this much of a pay raise, it really brings into question who they really represent. Do they represent the people, or do they represent their own personal interests? See, that's why I don't think the government should be involved in anything. What makes you think that people working for the government are somehow more honest than people in business? They're really not. Granted, nobody's perfect, but why would you put an imperfect person like this to have that much power?